Hey, check it out. What I want you to do is close your eyes and put yourself in a situation on a night like tonight when you're back home, where your family and loved ones who are most important. And then I want you to think about a nice comfortable meal, going to bed, peace of mind, waking up in the morning and going to work. And the most unimaginable thing that you can think of happens. And you're in a position to do something about it. Now open your eyes. I'd like to introduce you to Fireman Robert Reeg, because 20 years ago tomorrow, he was so happened to be in the right place at the wrong time and was able to do something about it. And a lot of people talk about heroes, and a lot of people talk about bravery and courage. This is a defining face of those very characteristics. Without further ado, Fireman Robert Reeg.
Hi, my name's Robert Reeg. I'm a 9/11 survivor, and I'm the dad of team member Erin. And I'm proud to speak before you tonight as we honor the fallen. I'll give you a little bit of a flavor of what 9/11 was like. Not to make you feel bad, but just so that you remember some details that you might not know. I was in the firehouse when the first plane hit. We put on a TV and we were watching all this speculation. Was it an accident? It was a day like today. We knew right away it wasn't an accident. As we were watching, the second plane hit. And we said, oh my God. And then right away, my company, Engine 44, up on East 75th Street, we were assigned to the South Tower. So we responded the whole way down. You could see the towers burning. I was the senior man, so I'm going over. We're a team. We were a team in the fire company, just like you're a team in GORUCK. We going over what your responsibilities are, what you're going to carry, what we're going to do when we get there, maintain unit integrity. So when we arrived down, we left the fire engine on West Street because there was already many apparatus there, and we started walking down. As we're walking, FBI agents would come up and grab me. They say, hey man, be careful, the Pentagon's been hit and there's another plane inbound. I guess you know how that must have cheered me up. So, all the brothers that were dedicated to the mission and they were willing to die for it if that need be the case. So we get down, we're assigned to a staging area where they gather the companies and assign them to individual responsibilities. So it was exactly opposite the North Tower. And this is where all the people in the North Tower were trapped. And right across the street, closer than that building there, they were jumping 100 stories to their deaths. The conditions were so horrific on the fire floor, and the smoke and the heat, they chose to jump 1,000 feet to their deaths. And that's right across the street from us. And then the fire chief would assign companies. He'd call Engine 22, Engine 39, Ladder 13. Guys would go and they'd hug each other and they'd pick their gear up and they'd march in and they'd go into the tower, never to come out. We were down by this, we got assigned down by the base of the South Tower when the tower collapsed. I just happened to be first time in my life, I looked at the right place at the right time. I looked up and the tower started collapsing and I just started running and the girders were flying past us like they got shot out of a cannon. And that's when I was badly injured. Make a long story short, I had bad chest trauma and then infections following that, and I had a major surgery. And Erin, my lovely daughter Erin, was great help in my recovery, her support and help at home. Let's have a hand for Erin. But afterwards, all America was one. There wasn't any of this identity politics, dividing people into groups and then sicking them on each other. We were one people. And without the love and support from the rest of America, I don't know how New York would have recovered. And you know, even one thing that's never gets mentioned, even the civilians in the towers, great volumes of jet fuel crashed down through the elevator shafts and probably burned people in the lobby. And there were other people who were infirm or obese. I know there's one guy, his name's Johnny, he's paralyzed. They weren't trampling each other to get out. They stopped and they helped the weak. There was no mad rush, trampling people, getting to the exits. It wasn't like that. Everybody helped one another. And the firefighters helped each other on the way up the stairs. You can see pictures of them. They knew it was a bad situation, and they shouldered their equipment and they did it. So let's try to keep that spirit tonight. You're a team, you help each other. Sometimes just a kind word or an encouragement helps somebody get through the wall when you don't feel like going any further, just to keep on pushing. And I hope you all have a safe race, and maybe I'll see you at the end.